This is going to be a tutorial on how to get maximum benevolence, level 100 happiness in your settlement. Now, I tried this in 2 different settlements because I already had Sanctuary set up the way I wanted to, and I didn't want to fool around with it. I could not get above 98, and I tried everything I possibly could. It just would not go above 98. So I came back to Sanctuary, saved my game, and then proceeded to take everything out that I possibly could, and then reformatted it. Alright, now, one of the things you're going to want to do is this is going to be later on. You're going to want to level up to where you get your charisma up to 10, and then you're going to find the charisma bobblehead, which will give you a base charisma of 11. Very important, because the higher your charisma, the more people you can put into Sanctuary, and you're able to you're able to get this a lot faster. I still had to play a couple hours just to do this. Now, another thing you're going to be looking is when you're killing your legendaries, you're looking at, hopefully you'll be able to get a couple pieces, after you played a bit. And you're going to be on the lookout for sharp pieces. The reason you want sharp pieces is because they increase your charisma and intelligence, but charisma is what we're really looking for here. Okay, so I had a base of 11. I put on these 4 sharp pieces. Fashionable glasses, you can usually find them or buy them. That adds 1 to your charisma. Bam. So, now, Destroyer's Helmet. Be on the lookout for that. That also raises your charisma up. So you've got that. So I've just raised my charisma by 6 points. I'm up to 17 for charisma now. Alright. Now, so far I've not found, like I said, if I could find a right arm, I could get it up to 18. I have not been able to find a right arm. I was able to do it. Now, the next thing you want, Burrow's Best Moonshine, adds 1 to your charisma. Day Tripper, which adds 3. Grape Mentos, which adds 5. And then the Excel, which adds 2. So, drink it. Eat it. And then the Excel. And now my charisma is at 28. Now the thing you want to do, now with a charisma of 28, this will allow you to put 37 people in it. Now, before you take those things, you want to go to another settlement. You take it, and then all you need to do is you run up to a person, and you can tell them to go to Sanctuary. So you'll load it up. Where's one of my other people here? Okay, so you come up to your person here, and you go into your work mode. See how it says move? And then you could send him anywhere you want. So basically what you're going to do, now it's not showing Sanctuary because we're in Sanctuary. So what you're going to do is you go to one of your other settlements, and you send them all to Sanctuary till you got at least 37 people in here. Once you've done that,
yes,
you want to make sure you have enough food, water. Water's relatively easy. Just run down to the border banks, build some large purifiers, run it up because that's part of it. Bam, now you got enough water. Make sure you have enough beds, and then you plant enough food. You're going to need at least 3 settlers out of that 37. You're going to assign them, and then the other food, what you want to do is you assign, since this is Sanctuary, you've got the Longs, Marcy and June, you assign them to the food, and you assign Preston to the food, because Preston's here too. Um, you then build all these. If you do clinics, I built all clinics this entire length right here. Yeah, I know it's a lot of flamingos. I'll explain that in a bit. But you build all these clinics and you assign all these people. So basically, everything here. I've got 31 medical clinics, and you notice that they are the top of the line ones. You don't want to go the low ones, you want to go top of the line, because the better they are, oops. If you go to the surgery center, it produces more happiness. And if you read it, produces income and makes settlements happier. I just went with the docs. Quickest and easiest. Now, after I built all these and I got them all assigned, what I did was I just went around and just did a whole couple missions until the happiness, it'll automatically raise up. You keep checking it. As long as you got an arrow pointing up, you're good. It'll automatically raise up. Now, there are those that say, oh, you got to stay in the settlement. You know, the happiness was at 80. I went around, did a couple different missions and stuff. It automatically rose up because of this. When I got up to 98, that's where it stopped. So then I came here. I rested in my bed for 24 hours. I then went into my workstation. And I went around and I built statues. I went around, I put pictures in where they're sleeping. I built all these statues. I stayed in it for 5 minutes, built it all, and then I left. When I got out, slept for another 24 hours, it went up to 99. I then did it again, stayed in it. And then this time I went and I built, I just did a whole line of flamingos. You know, I mean, if you don't have them, you don't have them. You just build other stuff. Whatever you can build. I did this whole line. And then when I exited out, boom, it popped up. Lions. Now I did the fountains. And that's how it increased. All this. And that gave me my benevolent leader of 100. So, that's how you do it. Now remember, like I said, the most important thing here is...
Not many doctors around these days.
Now, you could probably... You might be able to do it with less, I don't know. But I do know that, like I said, I've got 37 people, I've got 31 major surgery clinics, and I just put them all in there, and then I went out and just ran around until it automatically went up. It took me about, I don't know, about an hour and a half playing, and it just automatically went up to 98. So, there you go. And that's about it. And now, I'll just reload my game and take back Sanctuary to where the way it was. And all this will be gone.
At least it's not raining.
But it is pretty cool. There you go.